Hello, this is a tarot message and archetype message for Leo. It could be sun, moon, or rising, or you could have it strong somewhere else in your chart. If the title catches your eye, this message could be for you. I already pulled the archetype cards. You got 2 oracle cards and then some tarot, and I'll clarify with tarot as I go. For those of you who know me, I know I've been out for a while. I've actually been working on making a movie because of sorry, I just heard something. Information that I come to understand, and I really want to get it out there. So I've been working on that, but I intend to get more back more on a regular schedule so that you're not missing your readings, okay? I can tell that this message is like a really powerful message already that came out. There was 2 oracle cards that flipped out at the same time. And I'm going to read those messages to you. Usually when that happens, I'll read one of them, but just like looking at them, I'm like, no, I have to read them both. The first one is the 7 blessings of Eve. Okay? I just feel like they're really important. They could be really important. So, it says, a spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill, and you have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Eve dwelled in the original paradise of the Garden of Eden. She is the mother of knowledge. From knowledge, wisdom can be developed. Wisdom is the egg of Sophia, the divine feminine, the power to be a birth mother of a higher consciousness, to bring forth the light of loving awareness. Eve's oracle is not an omen of being cast out of paradise. It is a sign that a false view, which has been holding you captive, is going to give way to a greater understanding, which will empower you to be a bearer of the light, a priestess or priest of the egg of Sophia. This oracle encourages you to seek knowledge you need, to not be held up captive by secrets or misinformation, and to know that from that knowledge you shall be able to shed false views, like a snake shedding its own skin, and grow in wisdom. You shall know what you need to know and find your way in truth. This oracle indicates a shift away from shame and confusion, perhaps feeling you have something to prove, or that you are not enough, or that you have to atone for a failing in this life or other lifetimes. Instead, your soul is moving you toward a realization of the inherent goodness and grace that is your real nature. You are blessed. You are granted a unique, unrepeatable human life. Even if you believe in reincarnation, acknowledging the soul continues to grow over many lifetimes, there will be only one lifetime when you are this you. If you treasure this life, you will become a bolder, more fearless, more willing to step up as your real self, more willing to engage in healing and say yes to what makes your heart sing. There is a rabbinic saying that every time a human being walks down the street, a choir of angels cries, make way, for the image of God is approaching. Loving humanity is not always easy, especially when the darker side of human nature causes such suffering. Yet there is much heroism, love, kindness, and nobility too. Look to the positive and open your heart to the best in you and those around you. Choose to see and nurture the spiritual light inside yourself and others to the best of your ability. We are all growing and evolving in our own way. Even those who trouble your heart are doing their best. Acknowledge that humans have limited capacities and deserve compassion, a chance to awaken spiritually nonetheless. Do not However, allow yourself to become a doormat to anyone's ego games and trust the spiritual progress and protection of all beings to the divine feminine as you care for yourself and others as consciously as you can. Certain numbers have a sacred significance that cross religious and cultural boundaries. 7 is one such number with significance in Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Jainism, Buddhism, Baha'i, and the New Age. The spiritual power of 7 includes a natural charisma and capacity to be an influential channel for higher wisdom. The presence of a 7 is a sign from the universe to reconnect to the sacred. The Oracle of 7 Blessings of Eve is a reminder that you are a sacred being and have no need to hold yourself hostage to shame, blame, guilt, anger, judgment, or fear. Acknowledge your connection to spiritual knowledge. Pray, and your prayers shall be answered. The next card you got is Ishtar's Lion's Gate. Yeah. I felt like I had to read this one too. It says, your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform you into something very positive. Ishtar, the queen of the night, a dark goddess of loss and letting go, but also a priestess of light who holds the keys to renewal from suffering. She is relentless in her pursuit of the path of the true inner freedom. She willingly surrenders her attachments and her identities, even separating herself temporarily from her loved ones. With such boldness and confidence that she crosses into realms where others dare not go. She experiences vulnerability and in that state discovers deep truth. Ishtar is the capacity of the soul to integrate our experiences after reaching the greatest depths of suffering. She emerges and is reinstated upon her rightful throne with even greater wisdom, spiritual power, and compassion. In her reading, she is the guardian and symbol of resurrection. You shall rise again. Those who have felt as though their identity or any other marker of security has been torn away from them are her children. They will find their way back to peace and prosperity under her auspices. If you have been suffering, this oracle indicates an end to the struggle is imminent. You shall be restored with so much more than you ever lost. Ishtar is depicted as the queen of the night relief that dates back over 4,000 years from ancient Babylon, which was located in the lands of present-day Iraq. She is a bird woman priestess with talons, wings, flanked by owls and lions. She holds sacred tools, a rod and a ring in her hands, is bejeweled and naked, symbolizing her power and freedom. Her symbols are the gate, the 8-pointed star, and the lion. She is considered the goddess of the planet Venus, but the star Sirius is also sacred to her. Its rise each year marks her ascent from the dark realms, which ensures prosperity, good fortune for the year ahead. Her jewels and tools represent her great power and effectiveness. The stars represent her higher consciousness and loving wisdom, and are a sign of great blessings for your life, indicating prosperity, peace, healing, and love. The Lion's Gate falls when the sun is in Leo. Leo is the sign of the lion, which is you guys, so. The astrological ruler of the heart and the animal totem sacred to Ishtar. The rising of Sirius took place on July 26th in ancient Egypt, which marks the beginning of the Egyptian New Year. Egypt, which marked the beginning of the Egyptian... In modern times, in different latitudes, the date for the rising of Sirius varies considerably. Nonetheless, the 8th day of the 8th month is considered especially potent when combined with the 8-pointed star of Ishtar. The numerical frequency of the spiritual portal or doorway that opens on 8 August becomes 888. The frequency will stimulate your soul in its unique way. It facilitates a deepening intimacy between the spiritual worlds and the earth planes when amplification of light and an outpouring of positive blessings for humanity. It is believed many, if not all, cosmic avatars who come to Earth as advanced spiritual guides hail from Sirius and make their blessings increasingly available to humanity during this opening between the worlds. This oracle brings a message of a breakthrough and healing, of a significant lightening up of your life and the end of a deeply challenging cycle in your life. There is a special divine dispensation augured by the oracle of Ishtar Lionsgate 888, where hope has been difficult to find or all seems lost. The light shall return and beautiful blessings are destined to unfold into your life. So the first card I got for the self is the Venom. And this is like, there's something toxic, like it's part of your shadow self, and it's portraying itself, reflecting itself in your environment somehow. So there's some, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be the way you are doing something. But what I'm showing is that you have this opportunity, it's clarified with the Four of Shells, to make your way out of that, around that, resolve that pattern. This Four of Shells in this deck is about like soul searching, reevaluating. And this is where I'm showing that you're at right now. Let me see if I can get any more information with the clarifying deck though. Okay, this is the Seven of Swords reverse. And the Seven of Swords often is about, a lot of times, it's, the Seven of Swords is like being sneaky. And it's detailed. See, he's like trying to sneak away with the feathers in this picture. The wolf is. And there's like a shadow of like a dinosaur behind him. And you could have someone in your environment, like someone around you that is being sneaky. But this also could represent you trying to figure something out too. But I'm going to look and see what it says in this particular deck. I like to look at the different ones. Okay, yeah, because in this one, it's when it's reversed, it talks about someone's getting caught, a confession, figuring something out. Okay, and the Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, which is like about victory, having success. It's like you're figuring out how to solve this problem. So you may have been stuck in a situation or felt stuck in a situation for a long time and not known how to make your way out of it. I'll see if I can get any more. It might have been a relationship. The Two of Cups just came out. And so it could be, the Two of Cups just came out. Okay, so there's two ways I'm seeing this. Two of Cups came out. So it could be a relationship where someone was being sneaky or something and they get caught. And so you, in catching them in the pain, you find it like the strength within yourself to walk away from it. But because we've got the Nine of Coins at the bottom, which is like the fruits of your labor, success. It's also a single card. So that's the way it could be looked at in, you know, if you were to walk away from a certain relationship. But this Two of Cups, with it being upright, what I'm seeing more, because this can represent two people, but it also can represent like a meeting with your higher self, kind of like being true to yourself, finding your soul purpose, and this actually helping you find that abundance. So like if you were in a financial situation that wasn't good, it's like figuring out that the key to be able to get out of that situation, that lack mentality, is to focus on your soul's purpose, what you love, loving what you do. So that's what I'm seeing right there. Now in the subconscious, below you I've got agape, and the page of shells reversed. And the page of shells, when it's upright, is like intuition, inspiration. Agape is like unconditional love. I'm going to look in this book for this deck as far as like the page of shells reversed. Oh my gosh, come on, where is it? To see if they have any specific different meanings for it. Okay. Yeah, it's like, okay, so this is like creative blocks, being obsessed, infatuation with someone, moodiness, broken dreams, like being sensitive to criticism. So the sun came out reversed. And with the agape, what I'm seeing is like, there's like this healing of yourself. Yeah, there's like finding self-love. I'm really seeing more than I'm seeing like this as a relationship. It could be, but I'm actually seeing it be you being true to yourself. Because I'm seeing that like the reason why, you know, you've been feeling like this, like the broken dreams, things not working out for you, is because you haven't been being true to your soul, what your soul wants to do. Because even on the bottom, it's like you've got the star, which is like what like you're destined to do, but it's also a card of healing. And what I'm showing in the past is you had the riddle, okay? The riddle's like trying to figure something out, okay? You're sitting there trying to figure something out, trying to figure out how to be successful, triumphant, and not making it. Like not having the success. And it's with the desert, okay, in the past. But then I'm showing you taking the action. You actually taking this action and going for what your soul truly wants. So I do see that you have taken some action. Okay. Let me go up to crowning you, because you had 4 cards come out and I took them all because like they went so well together, and this is just super interesting how this came out. Okay, so the first card you've got is crowning you as a threshold. This is what I feel like is happening with you right now. It's like you're going through a threshold and it feels really rough. But I am showing you figuring it out that what is going to bring you out of whatever this situation is that feels like toxic venom, okay, is meeting meeting with what you truly desire, what you truly love, who you truly are, finding yourself. And you've got the Strength card that's clarifying. The Threshold says courage, endurance. This is like you getting through it. The next card you got is the Shaman. And we've got the Two of Crystals. This is like you trying to find balance. Like going through that threshold, trying to find balance. Now the Shaman could be you, or it could be someone that you're meeting. The Page of Swords and the High Priestess just flipped out. I'm going to put them on the bottom because they kind of a little weird. But anyway, what's the Shaman? Okay. So I got the Five of Coins. This is feeling left out in the cold. And I'm going to get one more. Nine of Swords. So you're worried. This is like not being able to sleep. The Five of Coins talks about being broke, but it's like you can, I'm trying to, what I'm wondering is the Shaman, okay, so what's interesting is okay, so shamans, before they become a shaman, it's like they go through an initiation, which is kind of like going through that threshold card that you got. And so we've got the Seven of Coins that came out, the Knight of Coins that came out, both of them reversed, and the Devil. Okay, so this is like you basically looking at what you've been doing, like how you've been holding on to something, maybe working a job that you know isn't good, or holding on to a relationship that you know isn't good, and feeling empty, but you're trying to find balance. But the Shaman is like, I feel like this is what you're becoming. It could be someone that you're meeting, but I feel like it's something that you're becoming. Because the next card, we've got the Seven of Feathers, which is like the Seven of Swords again, and it was reversed again. This could be about self-deception, but also this is like something, you figuring something out. And you're having like a rebirth here. We've got the Starborn as the next card out that came out with that Seven of Swords. It's like you figuring it out and letting something go. Yeah, because the Three of Swords just came out and it's reversed. That's like healing. And on the bottom is the Queen of Cups. And she is like the nurturer queen of the decks. She heals. This is healing. This is self-love. It could be that you have also a water sign coming in to your life, but I am seeing like this self-healing. But I am seeing, what's interesting, there is a storm coming. I'm feeling like you had to go through this because there's something else coming up, and you're going to have the insight on how to deal with it, because we've got the Storm is the last card that's crowning you, and it's coming up with the Two of Acorns. This is like you knowing how to handle a situation because of what you've been through and what you've learned. And you're going to have the insight and focus and knowing what to do Yeah, and you're gonna just act with the Fool. That's like going on faith. Let me see if I can get one more. Could have something to do with an Aries too. You got the 9 of Coins again. How did that even get back in the deck? Let me get one more. What's the Storm? The 2. Ten of Swords. So yeah, it's like I feel like it's okay. So like there might be some kind of situation